सभी कांसबाल वासियों को मेरा नमस्कार। कांसबाल रेडियो के और एक एपिसोड में मैं बलजीत सिंह आप सभी का अभिनंदन करता हूँ। कांस बहाल, कांस बहाल, कांस बहाल, कुछ तो बात है यहाँ। जहाँ एक ओर कांस बहाल के बच्चे यहाँ से निकलकर पूरे विश्व में बुलंदियों को छू रहे हैं, वहीं कांसबाल में जिसका भी आगमन हुआ उसने जीवन में कई मुकाम हासिल किए। हमारे आज के मेहमान ने भी कांसबाल में ज्वाइन करने के बाद न केवल अपने एकेडमिक कैरियर को संवारा, साथ ही 80 के दशक में कांसबाल के बच्चों को मुफ्त कोचिंग और ट्यूशन देकर उनका भविष्य भी उज्जवल किया। So please join me in welcoming our guest today, Mr. A.B.Dandapat.
Welcome to Kansbal Radio, Mr. A.B.Dandapat.
Thank you, Baljit. Very good evening to all ex and present Kansbalites. It's my pleasure to share my views about Kansbal. Others may differ.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good evening from the side of all Kansbalites here, sir, to you. This talk show, this interview basically consists of three parts. First one is life before Kansbahal, second one is life at Kansbahal, and third one is life after Kansbahal. So to begin with, I will start with the first question. Tell us about your life before you joined Kansbahal, the place you belong to, your schooling, your college days, all those things. Yes, sir.
Actually, I am belongs to Midnapur district. It is coming under West Bengal. But I can say something on this. Actually, I am basically from a joint of Odisha, Bihar and West Bengal.
Okay.
The place is known as Damsala Chowk. Actually, that is why many people used to say, when I was studying in Calcutta University, they say that this man is from Odisha.
Okay.
When I started working in Kansbahal, many people say he is from West Bengal, he is Dada. Rather, I was also participated in Miloni Club. I worked as secretary also.
Yeah.
So basically, I am belongs to a joint of Triveni, that is Bihar, Odisha and West Bengal. I can speak Bengali, I can speak Odia, I can speak Hindi. Not that when I joined Kansbahal, I was very much familiar with all three languages because we are from there.
Okay.
Now my schooling was from Midnapur, on a school called Babudumro High School.
Okay.
Then I studied in Midnapur College. I completed my BSc Chemistry Honours. Then I was studying MSc in Calcutta University. And during my second year, actually, I came and joined Utkal Machinery.
Okay.
So, this is my earlier part. I am basically from a very simple village area, you can say.
Yeah. Okay. So that is quite interesting. I mean, the explanation you have given sounds very interesting. And I remember you used to be very fluent in Bengali also when you were in Kansbahal.
Yeah. Many people, when I say I am from Baripoda, Mayurbhanj, actually, funny part, this part of the West Bengal where I belong to was earlier with Mayurbhanj Kingdom.
Okay.
So culture and many things are similar to the Mayurbhanj people. And language in our area is a mixed language.
Right.
And it is some percentage of Bengali, some percentage of Odia and some percentage of Hindi.
Okay.
Only that area where people used to talk in this language. And so many people sometimes confused how this fellow, so that is you can say some advantage to me and some disadvantage also to me.
Okay. But normally the people from Odisha, they can normally speak Bengali also. in our banking also, when they used to get transferred to Bengal, Calcutta, they used to be very easily managed.
These languages are more or less similar to
yes.
Each other.
Yeah.
So understanding is not a problem. Even if somebody try to speak out, he can easily make it.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing very different like South Indian languages.
Okay. So let us shift to the second segment now. Tell us about your joining at Constable work. As you said, like you were doing MSc and then you joined. Kindly elaborate on that and how you joined Constable.
Actually, when I was studying MSc second year in Calcutta University, frankly speaking, that time there was a crisis in the job market. Now, my column, Mr. N.K. Karan,
okay,
he is related to me. Okay. He once informed me that Utkal Machinery is going to recruit some trainees.
Okay.
That time they were taking BSc, MSc, diploma. All.
Yes.
If you are interested, you can apply.
Okay.
So I thought, let us apply. Then I applied. Actually, my name was registered in Rautla Exchange also.
Employment Exchange.
Yes.
So
they called me, along with me, I think 3-4 were there. Mr. P.K. Mahapatra was with me.
Okay.
So we faced the interview. Mr. Ananjana, Mr. A.B. was in the interview.
Panel, okay.
So somehow I came here, I faced the interview and left. Then after sometimes informed that yes, you are selected, you can join. So myself and P.K. Mahapatra, we too joined actually. I do not know about the others who have participated in the interview. So we joined initially in Foundry Fettling Brothers.
Okay, Fettling.
So then after 3 years, I was transferred to Foundry Laboratory.
Okay.
It was known as R&D cell. Now there in a R&D cell, I worked a longer period, almost 12 years. And during my training actually, I realized that to continue in an engineering workshop,
yes,
one must have some qualification on technology related subjects.
Of course.
So I decided to go for IIM, this Indian Institute of Metals. I completed my metallurgical engineering.
Okay, great.
And then I also joined ME part-time in REC Raukla.
AMI, that is not? Yes.
No, that is ME, Master in Engineering.
Okay, ME, okay, fine.
Yeah, because I was actually basically BSc Chemistry honors.
Yeah.
And chemistry is related to the metallurgy. And I completed IIM with good marks.
Okay.
So I selected for ME also.
Great.
Myself and Ostini, we both together used to go after duty hours because it was a class period was 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sometimes it continued at 9:30.
Okay.
That was a very difficult period because after duty hours, you have to go to REC, attended the classes.
Yeah.
Sometimes some professor used to continue even after time is over. Then after that, Ostini used to stay there because his father was the professor in the civil department. But I have to come back to Constable.
Yeah.
So that time it was very difficult. Actually, I missed the company bus. Sometimes Bhubaneswar buses.
Okay.
So it was a very tough period. And somehow I continued and I completed. And that helped me a lot in my later part, rather you can say.
Yeah.
Actually, I studied and I was working in the foundry. So I can understand theory part, practical part, and it was very clear to me.
Okay.
And I could understand metallurgy very well.
Yeah.
And then later on, actually, I worked in quality assurance inspection department, incoming inspection, then safety, then ISO, then legal offices. Actually, you can say whenever they asked me to work at some places. I never said no actually.
Oh, great.
So then from laboratory I shifted to inspection. Then Mr. Subbarao was working with ISO cell. He retired. Then Mr. J. Kumar, he asked me to see the ISO cell.
Okay, fine.
Rather, he selected me.
Right.
Then, see, the safety was with Mr. R.P. Mohapatra. Mr. R.P. Mohapatra retired. So, safety come to politicians and Mr. Prasad asked me to work with that.
Okay.
Then, Subir Mohanty left Kanswal.
Yeah.
Subir Mohanty was looking after the legal, like all government departments,
Yes.
Director of Factories and Boiler, Environment, Weights and Measures, Explosive. So once he left, then I asked to look after that.
Okay.
And then, so I worked with politicians, I worked with ISO cell, I worked with safety, I worked with environment, I look after the legal applications or rules applicable to the company. So that is the reason why I have connections with every employees of the organization, starting from the casual labor to the unit head. Rather, I was reporting to unit head later part.
Okay.
Because ISO, he was the management representative was the unit head. So I was working, rather I was the coordinator.
Okay.
Not only that, in later part, I was also the CSR coordinator to corporate CSR office. So I was the constable coordinator. So I also attended many seminars, meetings with the CSR coordinator. So I was known to the all CSR coordinator of different units of L&T. So that way you can say that I am lucky enough to work with different people from different locations and from different sorts of people, junior, senior, the senior most people. Like actually I was at some time I was directly reporting to APM. I was reporting directly to SKG also.
Right.
Because I was looking after the legal things. So definitely they are the in L&T actually. Unit head is the management representative, unit head is the factory manager.
Right.
So I have no other option but to, and they have to accept me. Rather, they have helped me a lot. I have learned a lot actually from these people.
I can.
Especially,
I can understand. Like as you said, from your MSc second year, you joined L&T, then to fettling shop, then again to laboratory, in foundry, inspection, safety and ISO, legal cell, and again you upgraded yourself with the education department also. So, Mr. Dandapat, can you please tell me when did you exactly join L&T and when did you retire?
It was actually first week of May 1979.
79, okay.
I think it is 1st May. Yeah, exactly I cannot remember, but it was first week of May definitely.
Okay. And then retirement?
Retirement, actually, I retired on April 2013.
14. Okay.
But then before retirement, actually, I asked to stay. Actually, the RR was the unit head that time. President Raju sir. And then he actually asked me to continue. But sometimes he said that we need your support.
Right.
So I stayed there for one more year.
Okay.
And I left Kanswal on 2014. I retired actually 1st April, again 1 year period completed.
Okay.
And I left Kanswal in the month of June, I think.
Fine.
2014.
14 or 15, I think.
14,
fine. Okay. So, as you were in foundry, as you mentioned it, there was a very unfortunate accident in foundry. You were there at that time, and do you recall about that unfortunate accident, Mr. Dandapat?
Yeah. It was a very sad day. It was a very sad day for all of us.
Yes.
And I work in safety department, safety area.
Okay.
Rather, as I said, I was the safety person to attend many seminars. I have very good understanding with the senior of the state safety official. I have audited many organizations other than Constable. Because I was also working with DNB as a management system auditor for 1 year. I was having a contract with them after retirement. So I visited some organization also for audit purpose. So I have audited many safety department and all these things. It's a very sad day. It was a very sad day, and I must say such type of accident should not reoccur in any industry.
Any industry, yes.
Actually, if I can remember rightly, it was 17th August 1983.
Okay.
And it was in second shift after dinner break. Just after dinner break.
Okay.
Actually, I was on duty that day.
Okay.
I was on duty in second shift in laboratory.
Okay.
Generally, what we do, actually after dinner, I used to come via melting shop.
Okay.
The reason is actually to know actually what are the samples next will come to laboratory for analysis.
For testing, yes. Okay.
Because that time, unfortunately, our spectrometer was also under breakdown.
Okay.
And we were doing analysis manually by photometric method.
Okay.
So it was time-taking method. Spectrometer, it was taking hardly 1 minute.
Okay.
But in manually chemical analysis, it was taking from 15 minutes to 1.5 hours, depending upon the element you want to be analyzed.
Yes.
So I was actually, before going to dinner, I set a sample in the hot plate for dissolving purpose. So as the sample was there on the hot plate, so I went for dinner but came back within hardly 15 minutes so. Because I in my mind there is a sample there and I have to attend that.
Fine.
That was the reason that day I did not go to melting shop. Directly go to laboratory.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have been in melting shop and become a victim of that accident. Because whoever were there in the melting shop that day, all were affected by the accident. Whether it was pourer or the melting people or whoever it may be. Still the horrible scene is in memory.
Yeah.
I was working inside laboratory, as I said. I was doing analysis. Suddenly the arc furnace operator, his name was Sabi writing. He came and told me to inform garage for vehicle accident, ho gaya sahab, this, that. Then I telephoned to the garage and some senior officials and rushed to the melting shop. That was a scene, I can still remember 4 of them were just crawling inside melting office. Some were the molten metal affected, some legs, hands, etc. Subramaniam was there. He was in a chair in senseless condition. SS Miso, I could see him on the bunker now. He has done a good job. उसने अपना पैंट शर्ट सब फाड़ के निकाल के नंगा होके वहाँ ऊपर में खड़ा था.
Okay.
Ontogenic sample could not be detected immediately.
Okay.
Later found he was died on the spot.
Sure. So unfortunate.
2 died on the way to IGS. Subramaniam was survived for few days. Once his parents came and met him, he also left. It was basically a very horrible day. I am not interested to go into the details.
Just out of
but
curiosity.
Simply one thing I can say as a safety personnel also, I have worked for so many years in that department. As I said, I have audited many organizations in Odisha and other area as a DNB auditor also.
Yes.
We generally used to say the safe working practices.
Okay.
Many organizations in Kasbal also we have a practices. We have the procedures, we have the work instructions, etc., etc. Now it was a deviation from the safe working practice. In anywhere any accident occurs, there must be some deviation, and there were some deviation in this process also.
Okay.
But one thing I want to share with you, Antarjan family, it was said later on here that Antarjan family, Samuel, who was the senior operator, he advised to switch off the furnace.
Okay.
But it was not followed.
Okay.
Otherwise, the accident could have been avoided. Actually, the hot gas, the overheated or superheated, you can say, hot gas exploded and the molten metal spread fallen everywhere. Now, that is why I used to say, actually, I worked after retirement also as a consultant. I have given many lectures to the MNC organization also regarding safety. Actually, I am a well-known person in Odisha as a safety personnel.
Okay.
The safety department, factories and directors, boilers, they know me actually. Still, I have a direct contact with the many senior officers, those who have retired also. Now, actually, one thing, this accident gave a lesson to learn. That is what I said. Never underestimate a person working for so many years with a machine or in the process. Even though he or she is not qualified or less qualified than you. You may be an engineer, you may be highly qualified than the person working on the area, but he has earned or experienced by facing difficulties, mistakes,